Hi guys, this is Alex from Mason Lifestyle. I hope everybody is doing well. And if you are like me, oh my goodness, the kids get out of school in about 2.5 weeks. And I just realized that the unofficial start of summer is showing up, which here in the United States is Memorial Day weekend. We all go traveling, kids are out of school. Um, go to a summer camp, and the kids are going to go to summer camp, but they're also going to be at home part of the day. So I get to do some work in the morning, which is wonderful, and then the afternoon we get to hang out, ride our bikes, just do things together, or just kind of go our own ways. But I know our local pool will open, and I know that my kids will just want to go to the pool, even if it's for an hour, and I will too, just to kind of cool off, get out of the house, swim for a little bit, get some exercise. And I realized that I don't have a swimsuit. And although the kids do, they have swimsuits and they fit and they're great. I had made a swimsuit last year and I had used Butterick pattern, Butterick, Butterick 4526. And I'll talk about that later. I had made that pattern, but I want something with some sort of underwire support. And today I'm talking about the one piece swimsuit where nothing's popping out, that you are modestly dressed for the pool, that it's a quick sew that I can make with a yard of fabric and some swimwear elastic. There's just no funny business to go around. And there's plenty of tankinis and two-piece and bikinis, but I'm not gonna wear any of that. So let's just be honest. This video is about one-piece swimsuits where you have some support in when you are inside the pool or you're outside of the pool, you are going to be comfortable wearing the swimsuit. So let me show you what I've found. And again, as usual, I have listed all of these in my blog with links and pictures of the line drawings so you can see if perhaps maybe any of these swimsuits are good for you. So let me start. So, and I'm also looking at swimsuits that are in print. There are some beautiful out of print swimsuits by Lisette. And when these swimsuits were in print, beautiful. And I actually may want to try to get one of these off of Etsy, but I'm still on the fence. So I'm going to try what I have and then go from there. Especially if I want more than one swimsuit, I want to definitely make something a little bit different. So let me show you what I found. So I found Butterick B5795, and I'll put a picture up. So this swimsuit does have underwire support. Now keep in mind this swimsuit comes in plus size only. So plus size being 18 to 32. So definitely something to keep in mind if you are looking at swimsuits. This has underwire support, but the sizing is for plus sizing only. It does have different cup sizes, which is absolutely great. So especially me, there's one swimsuit in the list that I reviewed and I can't use it because the cup sizes are too large, but I'm going to keep going. But view D, and that's what I'm looking at with kind of like a crisscross and then gathering on the side. This pattern also has a top, skirt, and then briefs to also go along with the swimsuit. So a nice little cover up. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. So definitely a nice swimsuit to have in the stash. I'm actually waiting for the sale. I wanted to go see if my local Joann's had the swimsuit from all the patterns, and they do. So I'm definitely going to wait for the sale. And I think it may be this weekend or if not next weekend, but I'm getting ready with some fabric for that. And then another swimsuit that I was looking at, it's a one piece from Megan Nielsen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but a cuddle slow swimsuit. It's a one piece and it also has a two piece pattern. It doesn't have underwire bra support, but it has a shelf bra, which I may be able to kind of just finagle some things in there and perhaps put some underwire support within the lining and then put the swimsuit fabric over that. So this goes from a regular sizing from 0 to 20, but they also have curve sizing from 14 to 30. So definitely a nice, also nice swimsuit, just a one piece, something simple, no funny business, right? Definitely a nice swimsuit to kind of take a look at. Another swimsuit that I'm looking at, and this is from Vogue, and I've had this pattern now forever. This is Vogue 91, 92. There it is. If you don't have it, just go get it in one of those sales, right? It has two one-piece swimsuits, one with the one strap and then another one with kind of like a little bit more cleavage, which obviously you can definitely raise that neckline or close it up if you wanted to. It does also has some two-piece with like a top and then briefs and then a cover up. um from what I read online, this has some support, but I don't believe it has underwire support, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. You can call it. I like to be locked and loaded in there. I want to make sure that when I jump in the water, nothing's moving, that I can just swim and then come out and not have to adjust anything, the bottom, the top. You know how it is. You have to just like be adjusting the whole time. I don't want to adjust anything, right? So definitely want to look at this swimsuit as perhaps a potential option, obviously because I've had it now for a while, and I've never made it. So definitely another pattern to try out. Pattern that I looked at, the cashmerette Ipswich swimsuit. Um, and they have really nice patterns. I have their last book with adjustments and the patterns, and you can even download those once you had the book. But my only caveat with Cashmerette is that her patterns are designed um, for people that have larger bust than from what I am. So if anytime I want to use any of her patterns, I tend to have to do a small bust adjustment, which yes, I can do that, but I don't want to. If I'm paying that much money for a pattern, especially in this case would be right, they're an indie pattern company and rightfully so. They are charging accordingly to stay profitable. This is perhaps, and I love the style, but it's just I don't really want to adjust a pattern for a bust cup my size. Um, Sizing starts from 12 to 20, and then cup sizes from C to H. I am a B cup when it comes to sewing, so I would have to just do a small bust adjustment. I'm sure it's a great pattern, and I am mentioning it because they have great patterns, they're well drafted, and if one of you could use this pattern, I always think that, hey, why not? It is out there, so I'm mentioning it. It does have underwire support, which is awesome, and I'm going to keep going. Another pattern that I was looking at is the Classic Core Patterns Sophie swimsuit, and Classic Core has actually released two swimsuit patterns, but I was looking at this one a little bit more just because, yes, it has underwire support. Sizing is from 0 to 20, so definitely not size inclusive. And I don't know if they will release probably like an extended version later on. It would be great if they did. But what I like about this pattern is it's a one piece. It is has a broad top with also high-waisted briefs and along with a one piece. It does have supportive bra cups with underwire, which is kind of like what I want. Um, And then this swimsuit also has a mention of using a power mesh to kind of just sucks things in, which is definitely a plus in my book. So definitely, and obviously you don't have to use power mesh or compression mesh if you don't want to, but in my case, yeah, that would be a nice little add-on to have. And again, you can do that with any swimsuit. It doesn't have to be in the pattern. You can do that with any swimsuit out there. Instead of swimsuit lining, you can just use power mesh, compression mesh, and things are just kind of like miraculously you look better. So definitely that's a little something to think about. And then, of course, I was looking at the pattern that I use to make my swimsuit. It's Butterick 4526. It has a couple of different variations. It has two cover tops. It has a top and high waisted briefs. It's a nice little pattern. There is a sew along by a gentleman online. It is actually the sew along that I use. Makes a ton of sense. And if you have never sewn a swimsuit before, this pattern is great. This is as simple as it gets. And obviously, guys, you cannot beat the price when things go on sale for patterns from the big four. So I'm going to sew a swimsuit. I'm still kind of like on the fence of which one. I am going to try to get that Butterick pattern that I mentioned at the start of the video and go from there and see what I like. Obviously, a couple of things when you are sewing a swimsuit, usually 1 yard of fabric is all you need. Obviously, you are going to need lining fabric. You do not need to have a serger to sew a swimsuit. As long as your sewing machine has a zigzag stitch, you are in business. You definitely need some swimwear elastic and make sure that it's swimwear elastic just because it is treated to last a little bit better in the water, in the salt water, and it just lasts a little bit longer. And of course, make sure that you get swimwear fabric, which is another thing that I'm looking at. I know that Vogue Fabrics, I haven't seen anything in their website, but I'm definitely trying to see if I can find some swimwear fabric out there. And again, you usually just need 1 yard of fabric, and amen for that. That's all you need. Um, and lastly, of course, when you're looking at sizing for swimwear, you have to remember you need a negative ease for that to make sure that everything stays put. So, guys, what swimsuits have you tried? Have you liked? Many, or perhaps if you've done like an out of print pattern, let me know in the comments below. I've looked at Jay Lee patterns. I have looked at I think it's patterns for pirates or patterns for mermaids, one of those. But I really want a one piece with some sort of underwire support just so nothing's moving while I am out of the pool. So let me know in the comments below. And let me know, are you sewing a swimsuit this time? Have you done a swimsuit before and are you scared? Don't be. It's not rocket science. So, all right, guys, I will see you later on this week.